Ever tripped over a stranger's jacket and snagged your soulmate instead? Buckle up for Mia and Lucas's wild romp through love's chaos. Soul and Love Stories crew, their saga proves fate's got a wicked sense of humor. A borrowed coat, a sassy quip, or a Chicago storm turned sideways. May your heart thump with glee, your dreams twinkle with mischief, and your days hum with tales that linger. Wherever you're parked, you're cruising with me, chasing love's quirky flares. Let's shout a toast. Keeper of chaos and charm, zap every soul today, tickle their ribs, mend their cracks, and steer them to epic love tales. Turn stumbles into stardust. Hooray, Soul and Love Stories squad, jazzed for Mia and Lucas's whirlwind? We're building a love hub, gunning for 1,000 subscribers, a mission to rope in 1,000 pulsing hearts. Your subscribe is the spark we need. Jump in and let's spin more epic yarns together. Mia Thompson stumbled out of Bean Buzz Cafe in Chicago, clutching a cardboard box stuffed with a few brushes and dried up paint jars, her face twisted like someone had just kicked her in the backside. She'd been fired from her mural painting gig, again, thanks to an occupational hazard. The cafe owner, with his shiny bald head, had demanded a majestic portrait on the wall. But after hours of hunched effort, Mia accidentally turned him into a pug, complete with a puffed-up nose, bulging eyes, and a lolling tongue. "I'm an artist, not a wizard," she argued, but he roared, "You're fired. Don't let me see your brushes here again." Back at her tiny apartment, Mia tossed the box onto the floor, dust billowing everywhere. She flopped onto the tattered sofa and turned to Mr. Whiskers. The fat, lazy cat sprawled on a pillow, his gray fur a matted mess. "We're down to cat kibble instead of pizza, Whiskers," she moaned, her voice dripping with drama like a stage actress. "No job, no cash, no pepperoni. My life's a total abstract mess." Mr. Whiskers glanced up, his green eyes blinking once, then let out a long yawn as if she just told the dullest tale ever. "What, you're bored of me too?" Mia yelped, grabbing a pillow and chucking it at him. Whiskers glared, rolled over to face away, his tail flicking lightly as if to say, "Lousy entertainment." Nap time. Mia burst out laughing, but her chest felt heavy. Outside, Chicago's winter wind howled through the cracked window, icy and relentless. She glanced at her hole-riddled shoes, muttering, "I need a miracle, or at least a decent coat." On a frigid Chicago night, Mia stood shivering at the bus stop, her breath puffing into white clouds. She'd forgotten her coat, left in just a thin, frayed sweater, arms wrapped around herself as she trembled. The wind whipped through, carrying tiny snowflakes that tangled her hair into a bird's nest. To stay warm, Mia started hopping in place, legs bouncing up and down like she was doing cardio on the street. "Keep this up, and I'll be a popsicle before the bus gets here," she muttered, her huff-huff noises escaping comically, earning odd glances from passers-by. A few steps away, Lucas Harrington stood stiffly in an expensive gray suit, hands in pockets, his cool blue eyes watching Mia's performance. He was waiting for his driver, who'd texted about a jam at Lakeshore Bridge. The biting wind sliced through, but Lucas barely flinched, until Mia's hopping caught his ear. She looked like a lost penguin, clumsy yet oddly charming, coaxing a rare twitch of a smile from his lips, his first that week. Unable to watch any longer, Lucas stepped forward, shrugging off his overcoat and holding it out. "Take this," he said, voice low and steady. "I don't want to see anyone freeze." Mia looked up, eyes wide at the tall, handsome, obviously rich stranger. "No, no, if I ruin your coat, I couldn't sell my kidneys to pay for it." She waved him off, voice panicked. Lucas let out a soft chuckle, a sound foreign even to him. "It's just a coat, not solid gold. Put it on, I insist." Mia eyed him, then reluctantly took it, slipping it over her shoulders. The warmth and faint scent of pricey cologne hit her, and she blurted, "I feel like I just won the lottery." Lucas raised an eyebrow. "Not yet. My car's here." Mia stood under the bus stop shelter, wrapped in Lucas's oversized coat, feeling like she'd slipped into a warm hug amid Chicago's biting wind. She glanced up at him, tall, aloof, but his blue eyes flickered with something unreadable as he watched her. "Thanks. Seriously, she mumbled, tugging the coat tighter. But are you sure you're okay? You're shivering. Lucas shrugged, hands in his pockets, trying to play it cool despite the wind cutting through his thin shirt. I'm fine. This coat's meant to be used, not paraded for fashion, he replied, his tone dry but his lips twitching upward. Mia laughed, the sound ringing through the frosty air. Fashion? You know this coat's worth more than everything I own, right? She tilted her head, feigning seriousness. All I've got is a lazy cat and half a painting. It looks more like a dog than a person. Lucas stared at her, and for the first time in a month, a real laugh escaped him. Low, warm, brief, but enough to leave Mia stunned. Dogs aren't so bad, he said, eyes glinting. I bet your cat doesn't complain. They kept talking, the mood as light as the snowflakes drifting around the stop. Mia recounted her firing with a humorous twist. My boss looked like a pug. I swear it wasn't on purpose. Lucas nodded, picturing it, his mouth quirking again. You should paint me sometime. See what I turn into. Mia tilted her head, pretending to size him up. A fancy wolf. Cool, but with a smile. He raised an eyebrow, clearly amused. Headlights flashed in the distance. Lucas's driver had finally arrived. He turned to Mia, pulling a business card from his shirt pocket and handing it over. Keep the coat. Return it when you can. Call if you need anything, or if your cat demands pizza. Mia took it, grinning wide. Watch out, I might actually call. Lucas walked off but glanced back once, that rare smile lingering. Mia stood there, clutching the card, her heart oddly warm, never expecting a borrowed coat to draw her into such a sweet moment. Mia stumbled back into her apartment, still clutching Lucas's coat like a prized trophy, a grin plastered across her face. She flung herself onto the sofa, where Mr. Whiskers shot her a sidelong glare from the corner, his tail flicking as if to say, What did you bring me? You won't believe this, Whiskers. I just met a hot guy who lent me his coat. Mia gushed, her voice buzzing with excitement. But as she shoved her hand into the coat pocket to flaunt Lucas's business card, her fingers brushed something small and hard. A black USB labeled Top Secret in marker. Her eyes widened, and she bolted upright like she'd been zapped. Oh my God, what's this? Company secrets? I'm a spy now. She darted to her ancient laptop, jammed the USB in, heart pounding. The screen flickered, then flashed. Product launch plan, Harrington Innovations. Mia freaked out, yelling, This is his! How'd it get here? She tried opening the file, but the laptop groaned and crashed, blue-screened. No, no, no! She cried, smacking the table, startling Mr. Whiskers into leaping off. She pictured herself arrested for tech theft, hands cuffed, headlines blaring. Jobless artist sabotages millionaire. I'm not a spy. I just borrowed a coat, she muttered, clutching her head. Jessie, her roommate, walked in, spotting Mia slumped by the dead laptop. What's with you? You look like you just killed someone. Mia spilled everything, holding up the USB like evidence. I found this in that hot guy's coat. If it's secret, I'm toast. Jessie burst out laughing, slapping Mia's shoulder. Did you snag a coat or a crisis? Call him. Say sorry. Done. Mia shook her head, frantic. What if he thinks I meant to? I'm not going to jail over a coat. All night Mia tossed and turned, eyeing the USB like a ticking bomb. She resolved to return it, but wasn't sure if Lucas would buy it as an accident or peg her as a bumbling thief. She sighed, mumbling, I just wanted to be nice. How'd this turn into an action movie? The next morning, Mia stood before Harrington Innovations' towering glass headquarters in downtown Chicago, clutching Lucas's coat like a lifeline, the USB tucked safely in her pocket. The gleaming building overwhelmed her. Her dirty sneakers and messy hair made her feel like an alien among the crisp-suited staff. Okay, return it, apologize, then bolt, she muttered, taking a deep breath as she stepped into the lobby. But before she could speak, a sharp-eyed receptionist with gold-rimmed glasses blocked her, eyeing her like a suspect. Who are you? No appointment, no entry, the woman snapped, her tone icy. Mia held up the coat, stammering, I'm here to return this to Lucas Harrington. I found it. Well, he lent it to me, and then I found this USB. The receptionist cut her off, eyes narrowing. USB? Industrial spy or crazed fan? Wait for security. Mia panicked, waving her hands. No, I didn't steal it. I'm just clumsy. In her fluster, she dropped the coat and the USB rolled out, prompting a shrill, "Don't move," from the receptionist. Mia bent to grab it, rear in the air, creating a ridiculous scene in the posh lobby. Just then, Lucas emerged from the elevator, his navy suit snug, blue eyes scanning the chaos. He raised an eyebrow, recognizing Mia. "She's with me," he said curtly, motioning the receptionist to stand down. Mia straightened, flushed, hair sticking to her lips. I came to return your coat and this." She thrust the USB forward, voice shaky. Lucas took it, checked it, and chuckled softly. "New product launch plans. You had me worried all night." He led her to his office, the tension easing. Mia mumbled, "I didn't mean to. My laptop crashed trying to open it." Lucas sat smirking. "You're no spy. Too clumsy for that." Mia exhaled, offering an awkward smile. "Thanks. I guess?" He nodded, his gaze warming. "Stay for coffee? I owe you a thank you." Mia blinked, caught off guard, not expecting this errand to crack open a new door, and maybe something more. Lucas offered Mia a temporary assistant gig at Harrington Innovations, a snap decision fueled half by gratitude, half by curiosity about this clumsy girl. Mia's eyes widened, nearly dropping the coffee he'd just handed her. "Me? Assistant? You're kidding, right? I can't even type without hitting the wrong keys." Lucas smirked, leaning back in his chair, eyes glinting. "You found my USB in the middle of Chicago. I bet you can handle a few calls. Give it a shot. I need someone real." Mia nodded, though her mind screamed, "I'm gonna wreck this place." Her first day, Mia shuffled into the office in dirty sneakers, clutching a stack of papers Lucas had given her, nearly smacking into a glass door while gawking at the fancy ceiling. Tasked with taking notes in a tech team meeting, she stood to pass documents, only to trip over a cord, crashing down with a yelp of, "Oh no!" Papers flew everywhere. The room went silent, but Lucas laughed, a rare sound among the stiff staff. "Sorry, my new assistant's testing the floor," he quipped, picking up sheets for her. Mia, flushed, whispered, "You're lucky you haven't fired me." In the days that followed, Mia's clumsiness became the office's specialty. She spilled coffee on Lucas's desk, sent a company-wide email blaring, "Lucas needs a sandwich, ASAP," with a smiley face. Yet instead of anger, Lucas found it amusing. Once, she left a scribbled note. "Meeting 3 p.m., don't forget, Mia," smudged with paint from her fingers. He held it, studied it, then tucked it in a drawer, an impulse he couldn't explain, only that it made him smile. Affection crept in through small moments. One day, Lucas caught Mia sketching on scrap paper, his portrait, but with comically oversized wolf ears. "This me?" he teased. Mia flinched, hiding it. A fancy wolf, like I said before." Lucas laughed heartily, keeping the drawing. "I like it. Souvenir." Mia fumbled, but her heart warmed when he didn't toss it. Slowly, Lucas realized he looked forward to her, not just for work, but for how her genuineness eased him. Once Mia asked, "I mess up so much. Why keep me?" Lucas met her gaze, voice low. "You keep me sharp, and I like it." His eyes softened, and Mia, clumsy as ever, felt something growing between them, sweet as her botched coffee. Everything crumbled when Rebecca Steele, Lucas's ex-girlfriend and business partner, struck. With her icy elegance, golden hair, eyes like blades, Rebecca didn't just visit Harrington Innovations to discuss a contract, she came to destroy. Jealousy erupted as she spotted Mia joking with Lucas, prompting her to unleash a vicious rumor. Mia had stolen the USB to infiltrate the company, acting as a rival's spy, even selling tech secrets to a shady conglomerate. The gossip spread like wildfire, igniting the tech press. By morning, headlines roared, "Traitor assistant steals Harrington Innovations' future." Staff whispered behind Mia's back, some pointing at her like a criminal. One coworker sneered, "How much did you pocket from that betrayal?" Mia trembled, her heart shattering. She stormed into Lucas's office, slamming the newspaper on his desk, tears streaming. "See this?" They're calling me a traitor. You're letting them tear me apart? Her voice broke, raw with pain. Lucas, mid-emergency virtual meeting with the board, muted his mic, face taut. I'm handling it. Don't escalate this, he snapped, strained under pressure. Just then, a director barked through the speaker. Is that assistant involved? Unaware Mia lingered, Lucas blurted, she's a risk I didn't anticipate. The words sliced like a knife. To Mia, proof he saw her as a liability, a cheap pawn in his game. Choking on anguish, Mia tore a scrap of paper, scrawling, I'm not your toy, goodbye, and flung it onto his desk, tears soaking her face. She bolted from the office, yanking Lucas's coat off its hook so hard it ripped in her fury. Back home, she collapsed on the sofa, screaming at Jesse, I'm an idiot. He let them smear me to save his throne. Jesse, gripping a cake knife, growled, This drama tops your kitchen fire. You deserve better. Mia sobbed, her soul shredded, not just by the rumors, but because she'd loved Lucas, only to see him as her enemy now. Lucas ended the meeting, read Mia's farewell, his hands shaking. Rebecca had weaponized the truth, and he'd let her win. He punched the desk. He had to fix this, not just for the company, but because his heart bled at losing Mia. Journalists to trash Mia and leaked fake docs to tank Harrington Innovations' latest project. At an urgent board meeting, he slammed his fist down, voice booming, Rebecca stabbed us in the back. Here's the proof. He projected her damning texts and payments, silencing the room. Her contract's done, and Mia's project is our future. A director protested, but Lucas snarled, Side with her? Get out! He stormed off, set on fixing things with Mia. That night, under Chicago's icy chill, Lucas sped to Mia's place, gripping a new coat, a shaky peace offering. He banged on the door, rasping, Mia, let me in. I need to talk. Jesse peeked out, smirking. Coat return or drama payback? Lucas stumbled inside, tripping over the rug, the coat hitting the floor. Mr. Whiskers leapt on it, claws flying. Not again, Jesse groaned, while Mia, eyes swollen on the sofa, bit out. You spoke at the meeting? What else? Lucas knelt, hands shaking as he grabbed the shredded coat. I screwed up, Mia. Risk wasn't what I meant. You woke me up, but I buckled under pressure. I dumped Rebecca, trashed $1 million deal. For you, because losing you guts me. Mia's eyes flickered, voice thick. For me or your image? He stood, closing the gap, gaze fierce. You. I need you, not my assistant, but the woman I love. His clumsy hand grabbed hers, jostling Jesse's tea. Jesse snorted, arms crossed. Lame, but props for trying. Mia clutched her old note, heart wrestling pain and hope. Tears fell as she met his eyes, whispering, You've made me cry enough. If you mean it, no more chaos. Lucas pulled her into his arms, murmuring, I swear, only chaos with you. They held tight, Jesse grumbling, Mr. Whiskers glaring, a messy, honest new start. A few weeks later, Lucas invited Mia to Harrington Innovations' product launch event at a swanky Chicago hotel, her debut as his official girlfriend. He handed her a cozy wool coat embroidered with, Keep this, don't drop my heart again. Mia's eyes widened. You got a new coat for me? Lucas winked. The old one led me to you. This one keeps you mine. She laughed, hugging it like a treasure, her heart glowing. That night, Mia wore a long emerald dress and her first ever heels, another gift from Lucas. Stepping into the lobby, her heels snagged the carpet, sending her stumbling. Lucas caught her, chuckling. Better at picking up coats than walking in heels, huh? Blushing, Mia gripped his arm. Don't let me ruin your event. He pulled her close, whispering, Go ahead, I'm used to it. Under flashing cameras, they shone. Good news this time, no scandal. On stage, Lucas held Mia's hand before hundreds of guests. This is the woman who makes me laugh and keeps me alive, he declared, voice warm. The crowd cheered. Mia ducked her head, shy. As music swelled, he led her in a slow dance, clumsily stepping on her foot once, sparking shared laughter. From the sidelines, Jesse yelled, Now you don't have to sell the cat. Mia shot her a look, muttering to Lucas, She's the worst. He kissed her cheek lightly, replying, I like your whole crew. They left hand in hand, laughter blending into Chicago's night. Under streetlights, Mia teased, "I'm still a klutz. Can you handle it?" Lucas grinned. "I can, as long as you're beside me." Mia hadn't just picked up a coat. She'd found a sweet, genuine love forever hers. And there you have it, Mia and Lucas's wild ride, from a jacket flapping in Chicago's wind to a love brighter than the Loop's skyline. Did you melt when Lucas ditched $1 million for Mia? Or crack up at Jesse's "no more mayo" sales jab? Soul and Love Stories crew, drop your favorite moment in the comments. Oh, and tell me what city you're watching from. I'm curious. If this tale warmed your heart, smash that like button to toss us some love and share it with your buddies who'd swoon for a millionaire with a klutzy streak. We're gunning for 1,000 subscribers. Imagine 1,000 hearts thumping with romance. And your subscribe could seal the deal. Hop on, click that button, and let's hunt more dreamy tales together. See you in the next one.